Next Monday is marked by a strange emptiness that grips me, caused by the knowledge that I won't be able to see Rin if I want to anymore. This whole feeling is a bit disconcerting, but I make it to the afternoon all the same. My last class, in a word, terrible. It's not that the lesson is bad, it is still very, very boring, and it's so hot in the classroom that I feel like I'm melting. The air conditioner is either broken or turned off, because the people here are freaking sadistic as hell, so the windows are open. It makes no difference since the air is so completely still it does shit but mock us. Only the chirping of cicadas carries inside. See, I want to say a different word, but no, it's just like an S. I don't know. I need more books. Shit. The sweltering heat permeates the room. Students and teachers alike are in an almost delirious state. I just want to stand up and walk out of here without caring what the teacher or anyone says. I can see I'm not the only one who sees spots though. Next to me, Misha is shamelessly holding her skirt up a bit and fanning air in with her notebook. Only Shy seems to be as cool as always, sitting with her back perfectly straight, arms folded on her chest, her eyes fixed on the equations scrawled on the blackboard because she's a robot. Oh man, my back. I keep shooting yearning glasses at my watch, but it doesn't seem to help time go by any faster. It's funny, I remember how badly I wanted to get out of the hospital and go back to school. Now all I can think about is the upcoming summer vacation, and freedom from classes and homework. Perhaps it's human nature to only think about the situation at hand. Finally, the bell rings. Relieved, my students and I burst into the hallway, which is already crowded by students from our neighboring classes. Free at last, baby! Free at last! I spot Emmy's diminutive figure nearby and walk up to her. Hey there. She smiles really happily to see me. What's up? What's up? Is your classroom super hot too? Yeah, it is. I thought I was going to melt in there. Nothing else is happening though. It feels a bit weird now that Rin's on a great adventure, or whatever you want to call it. Emmy's face cracks in a wider smile. She jumps up and down enthusiastically. Isn't it great? I'm so happy for her. I paid for her like a pennies, and she'll sell out and make piles of money. Yeah, I'm sure it'll work out great. I'm totally stuck at her though. She huffs angrily and places her hands firmly on her hips, even letting a little anger seep into her voice. It doesn't quite have the impact she's probably hoping for, but I say nothing. Why is that? She said that she just wanted me to go there to see her. Oh yeah, she mentioned that. I guess she prefers not to be distracted. I can understand that. I don't think I'm that much of a distraction. Besides, I'm sure she'll forget about sleeping and eating properly if someone's not telling her to do it. Sometimes she's like that, getting completely fixated on where she drops everything else. It's really making me worried. You know, is she gonna be alright? Such friendship. I wonder if she thinks I'm annoying. I'm pretty sure that's not the case at all. Amy shakes her head, looking amused. I'm not sure if she's joking or not. She has these weird ideas about a lot of stuff. Things just make sense to her in a totally different way than they do to me. I can't even remember all the weird stuff she talked about all the time. I don't think Rin does either though. She thought people would forget her own head if it wasn't attached to her shoulders. That's why I just can't leave her alone. Is that weird? She's not leaning against the wall. She's leaning. She leans against the wall, managing to look distraught, yet still cheerful as always. I get a strange feeling about it, as though I was talking to two people at the same time. How would I know? Everyone's weird in some way, but if that's yours, it's a very nice way. At least I can understand what you're talking about, unlike Ren. Most of the time I have no idea what's going on inside her head either. Amy giggles, nodding in agreement. I think it's okay if you don't understand her. That's how she usually is. Amy stands up straighter, brushing the hem of her skirt, straightening the waistline. She laughs awkwardly. Wow, we ended up talking pretty seriously. What's up with you, Hassel? Why do you bring this up? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to get into this sort of discussion, Eve. I just don't know. I had this weird feeling lately about Ren. I don't know why. I feel a bit guilty bringing up something like that for no reason except my own anxiety. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Suddenly, Amy clutches my wrist and twists it so she can see what time it is from my watch. Get your own watch, girl. You have hands. Oh, damn, this late already? I should really go. There's a meeting with the rest of the track team at the field. It's not gonna be fun this heat. We're gonna sweat like pigs, but I promise I'll be there. Bye-bye. She skips down. I was getting tired of doing her voice. She skips downstairs, leaving me wondering if what I said, or what Rin said rather, hurt her or not. Maybe what Amy said hurt her the most. Come to that. So in the end, even the person closest to Rin is just as far apart from her as everyone else. I wonder if Rin herself even feels at that distance. I felt that I was drifting away from the world sometimes during my hospitalization. I felt anxious and depressed. Even now, I sometimes still do, but I do fight against it with all I got. If Rin has been on that side of the divide for her whole life, I can't imagine how she could not be lonely. But perhaps she's truly different. I refuse to belong to the other place, but maybe she's found comfort there. Like Amy, I have a club meeting of my own, so I head straight to the art class club room at the end of the hallway. Only a few members are present today, so the mood is even more laid back than usual. Rin is off working on her exhibition project. I was like exhibition project, but I wanted the rest of simply just plain hooky defeated by the heat. I half-assedly stretched something with a piece of graphite, but do a poor job of it. My fingertips are turning pitch black from holding the graphite and smudging it on the paper accidentally and on purpose. I improved a little, but Rin's level is still far beyond my reach. Eventually Shin comes in and makes his way around the room, checking on what we're doing and giving comments on works in progress. He stops behind me and bends closer to look at my poor sketch. Tried to take a few pointers from Tezaki, have you? Well, I looked at how she draws, but I haven't exactly asked her for advice, no. Let's see here. He casually packs up the piece of graphite from my hand and lightly draws some faint, barely visible lines over my sketch to illustrate places that need improvement. I only feel flustered about not seeing the obvious flaws before, but with a couple of careless, seeming flicks at the wrist, Shin has made them plain as day. Straightening up, he throws a sideward glance at the seat where Rin usually sits. Such a nostalgic feeling, almost like a bird flying from the nest. I'll miss Tezaki when she graduates. It begins from here, you know. Nearly making my eyes a little misty. Do you really think she has a chance to make her big break with the exhibition? Shin turns, looks up at my sketch, adjusting his glasses. He rubs his chin, looking contemplative. Why not? It's not like she's going to be an overnight smash hit or anything, but getting the word out is very important. Connections are pure gold. Maybe the most important thing to gain if she is to become an artist. Word of mouth is very powerful in these circles. She has some advantages like her young age and technique. You know, the feet. People will be naturally curious about her extraordinary things like that. His words have an unpleasant ring to them. Isn't that just exploring her disability to make her more popular? It sounds fishy. Now, it's not like that at all. Think of it from another perspective, like an artist. Would you ever have Tozaki hide herself completely from public view? As if her condition was something shameful. Some people call it exploitation. If you promote that expert, or discrimination if you hide it, all considered, we're just being honest about it. There's nothing wrong with that, right, my boy? I guess so. Brilliant! It's true that disability always has sort of implications in society, often nasty ones, but brushing things under the carpet won't help at all. I'm sure Sai will handle her side of the issue with delicacy. I've known her since art school and she's most reliable. Why is she going so far for Rin's sake? Because it's you who asked? Oh, she has her own issues too. Trust this old man, she's more kind-hearted than she looks. But don't let her know I said that. He gives me a... That's creepy. I'll put my mouth over so I can't see his tongue. He gives me a big ring and covers his mouth with his hand as to push the remark back in. I remember the curious way Miss Sanji looked at Rin almost the entire time during her visit to the gallery. It was like that woman was trying to imprint everything about her into her memory. Or maybe it was that Rin reminded her of someone else. Mostly Sai simply adores young people with a passion for art. Her gallery specializes in this very thing, bringing up and coming talent to the public. It's a perfect fit for someone like Tezaki. I don't even know if she really wants to become a career artist though, but I guess that'd be the logical next step. I don't have the faintest idea! Like they say, a teacher can only show the door. It's the student who has to walk through it. An old tired saying, but still quite true. He leaves to chat with the pair of second-year girls working on some other watercolors. Even though he said that cliched thing, it feels to me like Shin is trying to pry Rin through a certain door in particular. But I can't blame him for that. I literally showed Rin towards the door that with my speeches about wasting opportunities and whatnot. Shin feels like it's time for him to let Rin test her own wings. He has absolute confidence in this endeavor. I wonder why I can't shake the anxious feeling I have inside of me. It shouldn't have anything to do with me. Maybe I just bothered by exactly that. I really have no part in this. But I want to be. I want to be a part of Rin's life, and her a part of mine. Like friends should be. That's what she called us. I wonder what she really meant. I feel like I'm so far apart from her, even when I'm not. It's the same as with Rin and Emmy. I can't understand her. What am I for her? You know, I'm going with I want to understand her this time. In the end, even though we made friends with each other, I don't really feel that we've gotten any closer. How can I call someone my friend if I can't understand her? I'm just saying, I have some friends. I don't understand them at all. And they don't understand me, but we still hang out. And, well, we don't really hang out, because I don't hang out with people. I'm not really social. But when we do hang out, we don't understand each other, but we still have good times. Doesn't mean we don't have to understand each other to be friends. Well, for me at least. Shin's boisterous laugh fills the quiet afternoon just as the club meetings end. He pats one of the girls on the back encouragingly. I think about all the things that has led me to this point, all the things I've shared with friends during the few weeks I've been at Yamako so far. I understand so very little in the end, but I'm sure of one thing. If I want to keep going what I have with Ren, I have to throw myself to whatever I come out of this exhibition project along with her. I turn my gaze back at the black mist of a sketch and the near invisible guiding lines the teacher drew over it. No pattern emerges, nothing that can make me further than I am. I put the graphite down on the table and think hard and honestly about what I really want. Next day I take the bus into the city. It goes twice an hour starting in the morning. Passing by the front gate of Yamako at 20 minutes past and 10 to the hour. 20 minutes past. Oh, okay. The ride takes considerably longer than the one Shin gave us in this car. I slowly read a book as the bus makes its round through the suburbs, pausing at almost every stop to pick up someone or let them out, because, yeah, it's a bus, that's what it does. Or is it a train? Oh, I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I think it was a bus. Eventually, we make it to the last stop of the city center. The city is fair sized, but wait, why would a train go through in front of the gate of a school? Yeah, it's a bus. The city is fair sized, but not too large. It seems too quiet. Nevertheless, I enjoy the atmosphere. Despite being slightly directionally challenged, I found my way from the bus station, to the gallery without too much effort, and I soon found myself staring at the big letters, saying 22, corner, but that looks like a G. It must be of Goosebumps, the G in Goosebumps. In the intro. Dun, 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 dun. Inside the gallery owner is intently studying a large painting hanging on a wall, a portrait of an old man. Good afternoon. She turns around to look at me, and a smile of recognition spreads over on her lips. Oh, aren't you the young man from the other day? Shin student Hasao, was it? That's right, good afternoon, Mrs. Sanji. Please, just sigh. I don't feel any older than I am. You know, I'm so glad that even young people show interest in art nowadays. It's so refreshing. What brings you here? Surely you just on a courtesy visit all the way from your school? Actually, I came for Ren. I was hoping to see how she's doing. Also, I'm basing this voice off smoking ads where they have like that thing in their throat, so I know she doesn't have one, but that freaking commercial is always in my head, and I can't watch the commercials because I get, makes me feel sick, but I can still hear it, and the voices of someone with that thing in their throat is like, ugh. It gets me every time, which is why I don't smoke. Oh, also, I saw a picture of a black lung when I was a kid. That shit, like, that thing is like, it was like tar, like, damn, like, smoking? Hell no. Hell no. Oh, is that right? That's right. Well, we need to step back outside. You see, the atelier is actually at the next door on the right down the street and up the stairway. After you make the next corner up the stairs, make a right and go through the rabbit hole. It's really kind of complicated. Just come the stairs to the next floor. There's only one door there. You can't miss it. All that shit. That's it. I give Sai my thanks, exit the gallery, and locate the door she was talking about. It leads to a dark stairway, which reminds me of the stairs leading to the roof of the school building, probably because it's the same one. It's just kind of, they reversed the image, I think. That's what it looks like, pretty much. The stairs are steep, and even though it's only 5 floors, my breathing gets heavy before I reach the top, because I'm out of shape. Would it kill you to run the track once in a while? Dang, Sal. An unexamined wooden door waits for me there. It's unlocked, so I knock and enter. Ooh, I like this one. The atelier is really just one big room with the ceiling lower at one end than the other because the roof of the building is gabled. There's a huge skylight in the ceiling that acts as the main source of light for the room, bringing in sunlight that reflects off the white painted walls. I suppose it's good to use natural light for art. There isn't much in the way of interior decoration, no surprise since the room seems to have been used as storage for a while. All kinds of boxes and office furniture are scattered around the place. The room is dusty since it's not been in use for a while. I can see that someone has been made some effort to clean up a little bit, but It's far from tidy and clean. It looks really just like a mess in shambles. Rin suddenly appears in the middle of the screen, with her back to me, staring at a half-painted canvas placed on an easel. Not working on it, just staring, unmoving. She wears what must be second or third hand denim overalls over the standard school uniform shirt, much like I'm wearing right now. They look pretty worn and are covered in paint splatters. From the way they seem to be loose or tight in place, I'm guessing that they weren't originally Rin's. Hi. Hello. Rin doesn't judge my showing up as worthy of turning around, saying maybe something more than just a mechanical reply to my greeting, smiling or anything, because she's totally absorbed into her artwork, dude. She keeps on doing whatever it is she's doing, probably some weird creative thing inside her head. Perhaps I should have expected as much. Still, I'm making another attempt at conversation. No, just shut up, dude. This is a pretty cool place. Big, too. It is. So I said I can use this as much as I like. I even have my own key. So how's the work going? She doesn't answer for a while. I begin to wonder if she's already forgotten the question. As a cloud drifts over the building, shadowing light pouring in from the skylight, the change in wind surrounding seems to wake her up. I don't know. It's like a huge ball. I don't really know which side is the right one. It's really huge. It's the hugest thing ever, like a mountain growing inside of me. Like I swallowed a whole mountain. A mountain whole. It's going to be hard, I think. Really, very hard. I try to listen for undercurrents of stress or uncertainty in her voice, but I don't pick up anything like that. Why are you here? Her tone is not as unkind as the directness of the question would make it seem. Well, you said that'd be fine if I came to visit, so here I am. In like 2 days, I couldn't wait. I couldn't stand to be without you for 2 days. I guess it's not for any real reason though, but I thought you might like some company or assistance or maybe some. Hasao, can you be quiet for about 15 minutes? Maybe 10 is enough. 5 definitely not. You can talk afterwards. Her tone is sharp, nothing like I've ever heard from her before. There's no command, no annoyance, no anger. But her voice pisses me all the same. Alright. With the silence that follows, anxiety creeps back into my heart. I don't know if this was a mistake to come here, and I think it probably is. Members of the traffic filter in from outside, and I start to feel more and more uncomfortable. All my thoughts keep finding themselves returning to certain things that have been swirling relentlessly in the back of my mind for some time now. I feel like those thoughts will surface out of those tempestuous sea of my mind, whether I want it or not. Despite the desperate to divert my attention or my focus, I fixate on Rin's back as my mind races. I don't think I've ever studied anyone's back so intently before, but I've also never looked at a girl while she was sleeping before. Just kidding, I do that a lot because I'm a creep. Her neck hidden by copper-colored hair, which is again in complete disarray. That relaxed yet rigid posture reminds me that Rin's physical appearance often tends to be as awkward as her various trains of thought. Those gaunt, delicate shoulder blades visible through the thin white fabric of her shirt. The contours of her hips curving down to her thin thighs. It pisses me off for some reason. Rarely does she ever seem to be looking at me, whether literally or figuratively. I, on the other hand, am always watching her back, both literally and figuratively. Whenever she's painting, whenever something catches her flirtily attention, whenever I don't forcefully make her listen to me, I can't reach through to her. Rin's heart is uncharted territory, dangerous waters, the blank areas on a map, the edge of the world. If I went too close, I wonder if I would fall off. What do I think of her? Sometimes she's aloof and distant and annoys me. At other times, her passion for the things she thinks worthwhile shines through and it inspires me. I can't understand her. Still, I like her and consider her my friend. Wait, what's it going black? Oh, I don't know why. I suppose part of friendship is putting up with the oddities of people you call friends. I have to admit, there's a lot of putting up with Rin. What does she think of me? I have no idea. Last week I thought she might have liked me romantically, what with the kiss and all. It forced me to ponder my own feelings too. This week I'm utterly confused. What would she do if I told her I liked her that way? I wonder if I really do. Damn, I can't make any sense of my own thoughts anymore. It must be contagious. Even if I said a thing like that, would it matter? Nothing affects Rin. Nothing. I'm done. I find her turned around, now staring straight at me. It unnerves me. I try to remember what we, or whatever I was talking about before she requested a time out. Oh right, I just came to I don't really know. You still can't finish your sentences? It's not that. Fine. She retreats from our conversation, slipping away from me once again. She doesn't return the painting, but instead keeps looking at me with that empty poker face of hers. I want to talk about some stuff. I thought about a lot of things. What things? Like what happened last week and so on. What happened? I get the feeling that she's playing with me. Why? I have no clue. It's not a game she's playing with my head. I'm pretty sure she doesn't deliberately try to screw with people, but I'm not completely sure. Maybe it's just my own mind playing tricks on itself. Still, Rin feels like a puzzle in the form of a girl. Because, you know, really, all girls are puzzles. I feel attracted to it, compelled to solve it. Oh, dude, you will be here for the rest of your life and not understand a single thing. The overly rational part of my brain refuses to let me give up. I can't leave her alone. I never would have believed I could be this obsessive about something. Or someone, because she's not something, she's a person, dude. Why do I hesitate so much and keep running in circles around her? I don't have to do that. I've already decided what I want to say. Rin? Saying your name with an intention like this makes my mouth dry, as if my subconscious is fighting against what I want to say next. I feel like I'm going to lock up any moment now. Rin looks up from her paint-covered toes and stops wiggling them, as if there isn't anyone to observe them curiously now. The hard stare of her dark green eyes seems like a portent. I like you. The lack of any reaction is like a slap to the face. So, I mean, I like to like you as more than a friend. What is more? The slow, hesitant words coming from between her strawberry-colored lips are not the ones I was waiting for. Neither were the two possible answers I've been expecting, actually. So, you didn't get the hell yeah or the yes you were... Pass out, man. Come on. I feel myself blushing heavily as is par for the course in this kind of situation. My heartbeat sounds like a percussion orchestra on drugs. Didn't she say that before? But I think it was alcohol. Rin Spark's innocent inquiry feels like I'm being grilled on hot coal. You know, like romantically, and... No. Rin turns around, giving me the cold shoulder as she returns to look at her paintings. She makes a look to pick up her brush, which lies forgotten on the floor, but decides against it at the last moment. I can't talk about that kind of thing now. So, don't talk about that kind of thing, please. We're friends, right? So you can do that. The silence those words leave behind is deafening. I want to say something, but my mouth refuses to move. There's no way I can retain my dignity. Rin finally picks up the brush without giving any explanation for her behavior. Maybe there's something in her voice that gave away some emotion, but I couldn't say what. Her shoulders simply slump melancholically as her foot walks the canvas in front of her. She won't let me see her face, and I know it. Feeling the weight on my heart growing heavy, I stand up to leave, for I can't stay here any longer today. It's like I have opened Pandora's box by stepping over the line that Rin didn't want me to cross, and she had to turn me down. It's like I'm like Icarus flying to the sun, my wings burning. The pain. I walk across the squeaky floor to the door leading to the stairway. Rin's quiet voice stops me in my tracks as about to open the door. Hassel. My hand's still on the brass doorknob, but it's waiting for me to turn it or withdraw. Yeah? Will you come tomorrow? Yeah. You know what? I think this is a good place to stop. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. You guys are enjoying the playthrough so far. I know I'm talking to like maybe one person, maybe or two people who are actually watching this. But if anyone actually does enjoy it, then I'm glad. Because Rin's my favorite. And this game has really grown on me. Also, by the way, I finished Toridori and it was good. It was a good anime. Loved it. But I didn't really like Tiger that much. Or how do you say her name? I like Minori better. But, I mean, I didn't hate her. I just liked her better, but whatever. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good day or good night.